How can mental health awareness help? Mental health awareness is critical to promoting mental health, treatment, and behavioral health. It's a necessary and foundational conversation for changing to more proactive model of mental health. Right now, we only feel our tongues, they were on empty. Developing our awareness help us to start to recognize the signs and symptoms when we're feeling off, just as we do with physical illness. Here are the 4 important benefits. Number 1, help you understand your symptoms. Sometimes theirs is muddy in having diagnosis despite the stigma around. The term, it's simply a shorthand for a collection of symptoms that occur together, especially with mental conditions which are difficult to point and sometimes impossible to find on the test. A diagnosis can be incredible, validating. It can help people less alone and make it easier. Pay attention to your symptoms. For example, you might feel like your mental health worsens with social media use. Number 2, start a conversation. Mental health awareness is an ongoing conversation, but up until recently, it's only had been in this space. But because a common feature of many moods and anxiety disorders is distorted thinking, talking about it can actually be immensely therapeutic, building a support network, and speaking with a licensed mental health professional is critical to alleviating symptoms of many mental health conditions. Number 3, better education. It's crucial for caregivers, employers, parents, family members, and loved ones to understand the impact that mental health has on daily life. However, while mental health conditions can make daily life more difficult, they also don't have to prevent you from having a fulfilling and engaging life. When people in your life understand and prioritize mental health care, it makes it easier to take the action you need to do to take care of yourself and thrive. Number 4, promotes mental fitness. Many of us have fallen into the trap of thinking of mental health as solely related to mental illness. However, it's possible to have a mental health condition and mental fit, and the absence of mental health condition doesn't necessarily ensure mental fitness. Expanding our understanding of mental health issues and wellness to incorporate mental fitness, a proactive approach to emotional health, well-being, and cognitive ability. It allows us to live life with more purpose, clarity, and passion, reducing the stigma around mental health. It's an important step to embracing mental fitness. When we are clear about mental health and fitness, we allow stigma to continue. That silence makes it harder for people to prioritize their own mental well-being. Here are the several ideas to promote mental health awareness. Number 1, speak up for yourself. How often do you see someone take a mental health day? And often do you see them being honest about it? Many of us feel like our physical well-being. We take a day off when we're sick, but not when we're feeling emotionally drained or exhausted. The next time you take off, be honest with your team that you're taking the time off for your mental well-being. When you participate in self-advocacy, you more mental health, you're empowering others to do the same. You'll likely inspire others to do the same. Number 2, learn more about mental health. Take the time to learn about mental health and mental fitness. But beyond that, learn how to differentiate the two. Learn about common mental health conditions, signs of burnout, and how to take care of yourself. When you're experiencing symptoms, it can be helpful to keep an eye on your own. Warning signs to know. When you're starting to get triggered or overwhelmed, if you find resources that may benefit others, share them with those around you. Number 3, talk to a coach. One of my favorite things about working for Better Up is that every person has a coach. Whether I'm talking to a manager, a colleague, someone in other department, or an executive, it's common for us to share stories or insights from our coaching sessions at Better Up. We truly have a culture of personality. Development and mental fitness, it's perfectly acceptable to take time for inner work that make our outer work sustainable and more successful. Why mental health awareness so important? Mental health isn't just a conversation for people dealing with mental health disorders. It impacts our social media, social, emotional, physical, and cognitive well-being. Unfortunately, many people don't receive the treatment that they need because of the stigma associated with mental health. Some don't even realize that treatment is available. When these people suffer quietly, they feel lonely and disenfranchised. We miss out on their brilliance. Every year, suicide on the top 3 causes death in the United States. And it's been on the rise in recent years. It is that true for all economic classes, ethnicities, gender, and although some groups are the markedly higher, every suicide strategy death by suicide comes at the high cost. Not only does it warrant financial losses, it more importantly devastating for the survivors of the person who died. We never truly know how our actions impact another person, but if raising awareness can save a life, it's a truly worthwhile endeavor. So after you have suffered a little while, He will restore you. He will place you on a firm foundation. 1 Peter 5%.